Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 6, verse 27. Evam Krishnamater Brahman
Evam Krishnamate Brahman
Nasaktasyamal-atmana
Nasaktasyamal-atmanaha
Kala-prathur abhut kale
Kala-pradurabhut-kale
Tathit saudhamani yatha
Tadit Saudhamani Yatha
Evam Krishnamater Brahman
Evam Krishnamate Brahman
Nasaktasyamal-atmana
Nasaktasyamal-atmanaha
Kala-prathura-bhut-kale
Kala-pradurabhut-kale
Tadit saudhamani yatha
Tadit Saudhamani Yatha
Evam Krishnamater Brahman
Evam Krishnamate Brahman
Nasaktasyamal-atmana
Nasaktasyamal-atmanaha
Kala-prathura-bhut-kale
Kala-pradurabhut-kale
Tadit saudhamani yatha.
Tadit Saudhamani Yatha.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Synonyms: Evam, thus,
Evam thus,
Krishna Mate, one who is fully absorbed in thinking of Krishna.
Krishnamate, one who is fully absorbed in thinking of Krishna.
Brahman, O Vyasadeva,
O Vyasadeva,
not
no,
Asaktasya, of one who is attached.
Asaktasya, one who is attached.
Amala Atmana, of one who is completely free from all material dirt.
Amala Atmana, of one who is completely free from all material dirt.
Kala, death.
Kala, death.
Pradhurabhut, become visible.
Pradurabhut, become visible.
Kale, in the course of time.
Kale, in the course of time.
Tadit, lightning.
Tadit, lightning.
Saudhamani, illuminating.
Saudhamani,
illuminating.
Yatha, as it is.
Yes.
Yatha, as it is.
Translation, please repeat after me. And so, O Brahmana Vyasadeva,
And so, O Brahmana
Vyasadeva,
in due course of time, I, who was fully absorbed in thinking of Krishna,
in due course of
time, I, who was fully absorbed in thinking of Krishna,
and who therefore had no attachments,
and who therefore
had no attachments,
being completely freed from all material taints,
being completely freed from all material taints,
met with death as lightning and illumination occurs simultaneously.
Met with death as lightning and illumination occur simultaneously.
Purport.
To be fully absorbed in the thought of Krishna means clearance of material dirts or hankerings. As a very rich man has no hankerings for small petty things, so also a devotee of Lord Krishna who is guaranteed to pass on to the kingdom of God, where life is eternal, fully cognizant and blissful, naturally has no hankerings for petty material things, which are like dolls or shadows of the reality and are without permanent value. That is the sign of spiritually enriched persons, and in due course of time, when a pure devotee is completely prepared All of a sudden, the change of body occurs, which is commonly called death. And for the pure devotee, such a change takes place exactly like lightning, and illumination follows simultaneously. That is to say, a devotee simultaneously changes his material body and develops a spiritual body by the will of the Supreme. Even before a death, a pure devotee has no material affections due to his body's being spiritualized like a red hot iron in contact with fire.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pathak Swamin Eti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradayine Gaura Kata Dhamadhaya Nagara Grama Tarine Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadhe Paschatya Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hare Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudanam Mukam Karodi Vachalam Pangulangai Tegiri Matripadamam Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madham Sri Chaitanya Mishram Hari Om Tat Sat. So very beautifully Narad Muni's nectarian words are coming out of the lotus mouth of Sri Narad Muni and Srila Vyasadev, who is listening to that. Both of them are incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And so he says, "O Brahmana Vyasadeva, in due course of time," so he was wandering in the thought of Krishna in the same way as he was instructed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead personally, one-to-one, because of the mercy of the Bhakti Vedanta's association and initiation. This is the advantage of one who has Guru, though the Guru was not present at the time when he was alone. But there is Supreme Lord who is, abiding by and taking care of the devotee because he has got a Guru. That is where Krishna promises Evam Parampara Praptam. And there are so many living entities wandering in the forest. There are so many rishis and munis were wandering in the same forest. But why only Narad Muni was selected by the Supreme Lord for showering extra mercy? This is a point to be noted. It is because he has got the proper bona fide spiritual master, the Bhakti Vedantas, who has initiated him. So when one is getting initiated in by such a personality who is bona fide authorized, he is bona fide authorized because he has been sent by the Supreme Lord here. And any activity such a person performs is accepted as the activity performed by the Supreme Lord himself. For this pure devotee has nothing else to do here other than being an instrument in the hands of Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the advantage of having accepted a spiritual master. Then there is no fear of death. There is no fear of anything. So this small boy was taken care of nicely. He was growing in due course of time. That means he was growing and he was wandering and he was, fully absorbed in thinking of Krishna only. So when you start thinking of Krishna, the attachment to Krishna keep increasing. And as attachment to Krishna increases, the chanting of the holy name, attraction to the holy name, attraction to hearing about Krishna Katha, the pastimes, wonderful Leela of Krishna, everything also grows simultaneously. The affection for Krishna will grow. And when the affection for Krishna will grow, it is a byproduct that the attachment to the material or any other attachment for jnana or yoga or any other position or achievement or positions, nothing will remain. Everything will be withered away from the core of the heart, and one will be completely freed from any kind of material taints. So this is the beauty of developing attachment to Krishna, and the development of attachment to Krishna automatically comes to one who has got a spiritual master. And so for a person of that kind, when he meets with death, he is not fearful. The reason is lightning and illumination both will occur. Okay, so lightning and illumination means that he is meeting with death. That is like lightning, and illumination is that immediately he acquires his spiritual body by the mercy of Krishna. So that is why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Name Bhakta Pranashati, my devotee will never fall. So you can boldly declare it, Arjuna, my devotee will never perish. So in this way, we are protected by Krishna when we accept a bona fide spiritual master. And to be fully absorbed in thought of Krishna means also that bringing torch or bringing light into the darkness. The darkness will automatically go away when we bring the light. Similarly, when we chant the holy name and hear about Krishna and eat Krishna Kada and talk about Krishna and worship Krishna or Gaura, what happens is the material dirt or any material hankering will automatically be cleared. You don't need to put a separate process for that to get rid of material thoughts, to get rid of material hankerings, to get rid of material attachment, to get rid of material possessions or fear. You don't need to do even one moment of your time to be engaged in these things, to get rid of all these things. Because even if you make an attempt in doing this, that will be an utter waste of time. As long as you are engaged in an activity where Krishna is not directly involved, you are wasting your time and energy, and you cannot be saved. We cannot save ourselves by our own endeavor or our own efforts, our own activities. Activities are meant to entangle us, not to save us. So we must be absorbed in the thought of Guru and Gauranga. That is most important, practical for this Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, Krishna appeared, Kali Yuga Avatare, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Radha and Krishna together has come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Balaram has come as Nityananda Prabhu. Mahavishnu has come as Advaita Acharya. Lord Shiva has come as Advaita Acharya. Gadadhar Pandit, Radharani separately has come. Narad Muni has come as Srivas Thakur. So Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. So all of them have taken the different role of bhakti and then taught us the bhakti process in the Kali Yuga. So our absorption should be on Guru and Gauranga by simply chanting the holy name and performing devotional service. And there are 9 types of devotional service, as all of us know already. And we have to perform as many as possible by us. So petty hankerings for petty things in material world will automatically wither away when we start absorb in our chanting of the holy name and following, the devotees, pure devotees, the following previous acharyas, accepting bona fide spiritual master, and read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, worship Gaura, eat prasadam, preach. That's all. What else you are asked to do? All these things that you can do, and you will be delighted to do, because every activity that is mentioned here are very sweet, very nectarian. Who does not want to perform this? And so in that case, you are guaranteed to pass on the kingdom of God. Because in kingdom of God, the life is eternal, always illuminating. The life is eternal. You will be full of knowledge. There is no question of ignorance at all. And you will feel the bliss all the time, ever increasing, not that a limited bliss to your satisfaction. You will be in bliss which is ever increasing. That kind of bliss we have not really experienced. Fully cognizant means you're full of knowledge. So when you have all the knowledge, you have all the blissfulness, and you are eternal, Where there is a question of hankering for petty material things, you tell me, naturally that will wither away, right? And the material things are not like dolls of the reality. It is the dolls of shadows of reality. What is the use of hankering something which is as if manifesting, but it is shadow? What is the use of that? Just because you can touch a shadow does not mean that the shadow has any power. It has any permanent value? Absolutely not. Because the shadow is completely depending on the reality. So reality has the power. The reality has the complete potency. The reality has the blissfulness. Your happiness and the shadow of the happiness are two different things. We want the happiness. We don't want the shadow of the happiness. So that is the sign of spiritually enriched person. One who is acquired absolute knowledge, transcendental knowledge. One who has got spiritual master. In due course of time, automatically the pure devotee will be completely prepared. And when sudden change of body occurs, that time the body changing will not be like an ordinary body changing of an entangled sinful person or karmi or yogi or jnani. Rather, it will be, though it is called death, but he will not feel that he has died. He will not feel a tinge of pain. Rather, he will get a more suitable body to perform devotional service more blissfully, with complete knowledge and without deviation from the association of his spiritual master and Gauranga. That is the beauty of it. That is why it is said that for a pure devotee, such a change is called like lightning as well as illumination follow simultaneously. Simultaneously means when he changes the body, not from one body to another body, he has developed a spiritual body by the will of the Supreme simultaneously at the time of giving up the body. So you don't need to enter into some other body anymore. He will own his own personality. His personality is developed. His personality is developed, made up of eternity and cognizant and blissfulness. So this is the position of a pure devotee or a devotee who got a spiritual master and follows his instruction. So let's go to the next verse. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 6, verse 28. Prayojyamane maitam.
Prayojyamane maitam.
Suddham Bhagavatim Tanum.
Suddham Bhagavatim Tanum.
Arabdha Karma Nirvano.
Arabdha Karma Nirvano.
Nyapathat Pancha Bhautika.
Nyapathat Pancha Bhautika.
Prayojyamane maitam.
Prayojyamane maitam.
Suddham Bhagavatim Tanum.
Suddham Bhagavatim Tanum.
Arabdha Karma Nirvano.
Arabdha Nirvano.
Nyapatat Pancha Bhautika.
Nyapatat Pancha Bhautika.
Prayojyamane maitam.
Prayojyamane maitam.
Shuddham Bhagavatim Tanum.
Suddham Bhagavatim Tanum.
Arabdha Karma Nirvano.
Arabdha Karmane Nirvano.
Nyapatat Pancha Bhautika.
Nyapatat Pancha Bhautika.
Synonyms. Prayojyamane, having been awarded.
Prayojyamane, having been awarded.
Mai, on me.
My on me.
Tam, that.
Tam, that.
Shuddham, transcendental.
Shuddham,
Transcendental.
Bhagavatim, fit for associating with the personality of Godhead.
Bhagavatim,
fit for associating with the personality of God.
Tanum, body.
Tanum, body.
Arabdha, acquired.
Arabdha, acquired.
Karma, fruity work.
Karma, fruity work.
Nirvana, prohibitive.
Nirvana, prohibitive.
Nyapatat, quit.
Nepatat,
Quit.
Pancha Bhautika, body made of 5 material elements.
Panchabhutika,
body of
made of
five
5 material elements.
Translation, please repeat after me. Having been awarded a transcendental body befitting an associate of the personality of Godhead,
having been
Having
awarded
been
a
awarded a
transcendental
transcendental
body
body befitting an associate of the personality of
Godhead,
Godhead,
I quit the body made of 5 material elements,
I
I
quit
quit the body made of 5
material
material elements,
and thus all acquired fruitive results of work karma stopped.
and thus
and
all
all acquired
the
results of one karma
karma
Purport.
Informed by the personality of Godhead that he would be awarded a transcendental body befitting the Lord's association, Narada got his spiritual body as soon as he quitted his material body. This transcendental body is free from material affinity and invested with three primary transcendental qualities, namely eternity, freedom from material modes, and freedom from reactions of fruitive activities. The material body is always afflicted with the lack of these qualities. A devotee's body becomes at once surcharged with the transcendental qualities as soon as he is engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. It acts like the magnetic influence of a touchstone upon iron. The influence of transcendental devotional service is like that. Therefore, change of the body means stoppage of the reaction of three qualitative modes of material nature upon the pure devotee. There are many instances of this in the revealed scriptures. Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj and many other devotees were able to see the personality of Godhead face to face apparently in the same body. This means that the quality of a devotee's body changes from material to transcendent. This is the opinion of the authorized Goswamis via the authentic scriptures. In the Brahma Samhita, it is said that beginning from the Indra Gopa up to the great Indra, king of heaven, all living beings are subjected to the law of karma and are bound to suffer and enjoy the fruitive results of their own work. Only the devotee is exempt from such reactions by the causeless mercy of the Supreme Authority, the personality of Godhead.
Hari Om Tat Sat. So beautiful, you see. Having been awarded a transcendental body befitting an associate with the personality of God. So Narad Muni was given a spiritual body befitting the association of God or Krishna by the mercy of Krishna. And then Narad Muni was able to quit the Bhautika or the material body. So as soon as the material body is given up, all the activities and the reactions are stopped. That is no more karma. Okay. So in the purport, Prabhupada is clarifying very vividly along with the live examples. Prahlad Maharaja and Dhruva Maharaja are still alive in the very same body. They didn't change their body still, because they both were able to transform this material body into spiritual quality such that the material quality will no more act on their body by virtue of their consciousness is fixed up in the pure unalloyed loving devotional service on the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And this is very much practical. This is called a true science. This is called a science. There is no need of transformation. There is only acceptance of the spiritual quality on the limbs of the bodies and giving up of the material qualities. That's all. That is not called a transformation. So, very beautiful point Prabhupada is giving in the purport that, okay, Narada got his spiritual body after he quit his material body. There are two bodies existed for him. Okay, so he had to give up the material body. He had to acquire the spiritual body. Okay, by the Lord's mercy. Now, the body what Narada acquired is transcendental to any kind of material nature. Okay, So he can travel anywhere, the material quality will not touch. Just like the Lord never touches matter, now Narad Muni's body also, he never touches matter. Doesn't matter where he is. Because the three primarily transcendental quality of eternity, freedom, and material modes, and freedom from material modes and freedom from reactions of fruitive activities has been obtained. Because material body is afflicted with these three qualities, that it is not free from material modes. All three modes of material nature is controlling the body. And it is not free from reactions of fruitive work, because even if you sit idle, still some metabolic activities will be going on, and you are responsible to accept the fruit of those activities. That is the way the material body has been created. But a devotee's body is transcendental to the qualities of such material body. It is like a touchstone when touched upon iron. Iron, you know, it is a metal. Okay. On the iron, if you touch the touchstone, what happens? There will not be iron anymore. The substance is converted into gold. You understand? Touchstone has such a potency that if it touches iron, the iron will become gold. In the similar way, when the association of a pure devotee is sought by a conditioned soul within conditioned body, when it is touched by the holy name given by bona fide souls, the holy name acts like a touchstone, and this physical gross material body is getting rid of all the material qualities and obtaining the spiritual qualities. Just like the same iron is converted into gold, this same material body can be changed into spiritual body without obtaining another spiritual body and giving up this material body like Narad Muni. You understand? This is a very beautiful science. It's a beautiful science. The body which is now acting and reacting according to the material modes of nature will act very wonderfully with the spiritual qualities and not touching the material qualities. That is why Prabhupada is guaranteeing you can see face to face the Lord in this very same birth, in this very same life, from this very same body. How the Acharya is able to give you that guarantee? Because they have live example. Narad Muni is there. Prahlad Maharaj is there. Dhruva Maharaj is there. They didn't obtain a spiritual body by giving up a material body. Okay, both of them are disciples of this Narad Muni. Don't underestimate Narad Muni. He is the guru of both the Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj. He, by his mercy, it is possible that you don't need to give up the material body and get a spiritual body. Rather, you can make this material body itself spiritual, befitting the association of Narad Muni. That is possible. And he has already proved this. Narad Muni has proved by changing the Prahlad Maharaj and Dhruva Maharaj's body into spirituality. So, the quality of devotee's body changes from material to transcendence automatically by the touchstone association of the pure devotee like Narad Muni and chanting the holy name which acts as a touchstone in that. And this is the opinion of all the Goswamis authorized by authentic scriptures. That is why Prabhupada boldly guarantees, yes, you can see face to face Krishna in this very same life. Prahlad Maharaj has seen, Dhruva Maharaj has seen. They didn't change the body to see the Lord. Narad Muni has seen. So, this is very important. Only the devotee, when he is performing the devotional service, is exempt from actions and reactions. And this happens because of the causeless mercy of the Supreme Authority, because the devotee has accepted a bona fide spiritual master. That is the beauty of it. Okay, so any questions or realizations or understanding? This is a very important purport. I think you all are taking away a very wonderful asset from this. I would like to hear from you. Any questions or realization or understanding from these purports?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
नीचे प्रभु इंद्र गोप कीट से लेकर स्वर्ग के महान राजा इंद्र तक सारे जीव कर्म के नियम के अधीन हैं और उन्हें अपने अपने कर्मों के फल को भोगना पड़ता है। ये इंद्र गोप और ये राजा इंद्र जो है, ये लोग भी जीव के अंदर आते हैं।
हाँ, ये सब जीव है, हमारे जैसे जीव है। ये इंद्र गोप जो है वो इतनी छोटी सी कीड़ा है जो रात की टाइम पे चमकता होगा। आप देखे होंगे कभी रात को वो चमकने वाला एक कीड़ा वो उड़ता है ना, वो पौधों के बीच में, वो जो चमकने वाला उसको नाम है इंद्र गोपा। और इंद्र जो है वो स्वर्गलोक का राजा है, वो भी एक जीव है। हर एक मानव जीव अप टू ब्रह्मा तक, ब्रह्मा भी जीव है, ये सब जीव हैं। तो इसका कहने का मतलब यही है कि कोई भी जीव है वो जो भौतिक शरीर को धारण कर लेते हैं, चाहे वो इंद्र का बदन हो या इंद्र गोप का छोटा सा बदन हो, इन सब जो है कर्म के अंदर बंध जाते हैं। तो केवल भक्त जो है इनसे बाहर निकलता है। भक्त के ऊपर ये जो भक्त जो भी करता है उसका क्या बोलते हैं, एक्शन रिएक्शन भक्त के ऊपर नहीं होता, क्योंकि उसको स्पिरिचुअल मास्टर है और भगवान का विशेष कृपा भक्त के ऊपर हमेशा बना रहता है।
भक्त भी तो प्रभु जीव के अंदर ही आता है ना।
हाँ, जीव है, सब जीव के जीव तत्व के अंदर ही आते हैं। हम लोग की है इंद्रगोप से इंद्र तक हम बढ़ने के बाद ही हमें ये मनुष्य का शरीर हमें प्राप्त हुआ। ये इंद्रगोप से इंद्र तक हम बन चुके हैं पहले, उसके बाद हमें ये मनुष्य का शरीर प्राप्त हुआ भगवान की कृपा से। थैंक यू,
धन्यवाद प्रभु।
Okay, this purport has a lot of things, so I don't want to proceed further. I want you to absorb in this purport these two verses and the purport. Reading assignment today, you please read these two verses and the purport, especially this particular purport of 1.6.28, and I try to understand Narad Muni, Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv and us. Okay, so I want you to think of all of us in that and then see what kind of opportunity that is vested in our life in front of us, and come back tomorrow with your realizations or questions. It's a very important purport to take into practice, because here the true science is revealed very openly, very boldly. The science secret is revealed, that on what guarantee Prabhupada says you can see face to face Krishna in this very same body, in this very same life. Thank you very much. Bye. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So if there are no further questions or comments or realization, take this assignment of analytically studying this purport of 1.6.28 and come back tomorrow morning 5 o'clock sharp for chanting the holy name of the Lord, followed by 1.6.29 Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद गुरु महाराज की जय। भगवत सत्संग की जय। पिता गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।